Alrighty, good morning ladies and gentlemen, this is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. Got an awesome game for you today, and I'm actually really happy today because Starcraft Blizzard basically released the replay pack for not only the WCS Grand Finals from 2013, but also the replays from Season 1 2014. So I've got all those replays. This is from the WCS Grand Finals last year. It's from one of the quarterfinal matches between Jaedong and Dia, and it should be awesome. I mean, it's the Grand Finals. It's going to be the best games out of everything. Very much looking forward to casting a lot of those, and you will be seeing a lot of these coming up over the next couple of weeks. So let's introduce the players. Up the top left side of the map, it is Mr. Jaedong. He is from South Korea, plays for Evil Geniuses, and is 24 years old. And is currently not got a spawning pool yet, but he should be getting that any second. Any second. Don't tell me he's going for a fast third base. Don't tell me that. That's nuts. I mean, is he really? It looks like he's really going for a faster third before a spawning pool. No, there goes. There goes the spawning pool. So anyway, his opponent down the bottom right side of the map, Mr. Dia, is 20 years old from South Korea, plays for... oh my god, that is why he was getting the spawning pool. He was about to get a third, but he's like, you know what, this guy's actually doing something dodgy. Dia is actually currently teamless, apparently, so there he goes, attacking the cannons like an absolute boss. This one is not going to make it. This one, oh, this probe, I think this probe has trapped itself, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So much drone DPS, these cannons are not going to make it. And he's actually going to allow the probe to break out here. He basically had him trapped, going to allow him to break out there. The drones could have taken him out, but there you go. It's not going to happen. And there we go. The cannon, the Forge Fast Expand, which did turn into a cannon rush. The cannon rush was defeated, and all that mining time lost for Mr. Jaedong. I mean, it's just, he's not going to be happy about that. But he had to do it, and those drones did an exceptional job, especially considering that they had limited coverage of the cannons. Look at this, Dia's just going nuts. He turns around, chases that guy away, but man, he let that drone be manhandled for the longest time. So yeah, this thing just, oh man, as soon as he gets the queens up, that thing's going to be destroyed, so that should be fine. We got a Forge Fast Expand going on here, getting the Cyber Core down, getting the base down. So Dia looking like he's in pretty good position, and Jaedong, man, is going to be quite unhappy that he hasn't got a third base yet. He's trying his best, but Dia blocking him at every single point. So not fun at all for Mr. Jaedong right now. And there he goes. The pylon does go now, but now he's got another pylon to deal with. Has he built? I think he's got 2 lings at the moment, so he can send those 2 lings over there. Start taking out this cannon. It will take a little while, but not as long as you might think. Probe actually still running around. Still maybe thinking of blocking it again once this pylon goes down. Although, I mean, all you need to do is delay this, and that's it. So this worker, there we go, the worker's falling back, and the pylon is just about to go down. The probe frantically going to try and block this again. No, does not get there in time, and now it's got 2 lings on its backside, so that guy is going to be quite annoyed at the moment. Zealot actually coming in, so Dia just does not stop harassing all over the place. The 2 lings are not going to be enough to stop this Zealot. He needs a lot more. There we go, building 4 more. And I think he's got a decent chance of keeping this hatchery alive. The Zealot, it does a lot of damage to units, but this is a very beefy building. You can see it's basically, the building is slowly going up. And here we go, the Queen coming across as well, and the Queen should be able to protect this. 1 Queen versus 1 Zealot. I mean, the Zealot just has no hope. The Queen does a fair amount of DPS, and it's just got so much health. And it's ranged as well. Here we go, Phoenix #1 coming out. So Dia definitely looking like he wants to keep the momentum in this game. He wants to keep things going his way. Oh, trying, there we go. Finally get it surrounded, and Dia does lose that Zealot. So there we go, the Overlord is going to be flying away. This Overlord not doing an exceptionally good job of hiding, but we'll see. Bunch of lings coming around here. They got no way. I mean, you don't even need a force field here. The sentries can withstand that much damage easily and just take the lings out. But Jaedong has his third base right now. He has a spore crawler set up. He's got another spore crawler set up. getting the spores, so he is in a pretty good position right here. And going for ranged weapons, so which tells me he's going to go for Roach Hydra, most likely, or at least some sort of stuff. Does he have a Roach Warrior yet? No, he's just building a Hydralist in, so he's going for the Ling Hydra approach, which is one of the yes, it's pretty decent play versus the Protoss. Definitely will be able to do a lot of good stuff versus the Phoenix. Usually when you start having to deal with Hydras as a Protoss player with your Phoenix army, it does not turn out all that well. It does manage to take out 4 workers right there. 1 Phoenix does lose quite a bit of health, but you know, 4 workers, it's I think that's probably worth it, and the Phoenix is still alive, so let's see how much more he can do. This gas is just way open. Look at this, Spore Core's not even in range. The Queen is having a go at these guys though, and very, very nice micro by Jaedong. You can see that this Phoenix, the one that was already low, is now even lower. It's only going to take 1 more hit, and does not get the micro quite there, but yeah, look at this. How many workers have died so far? 8. 8 workers going to have another go, and yeah, this Phoenix with the low health has regenerated most of its shields, but there we go. The Hydras are out on the map and lifting them up, but 1 Phoenix does go down, and I don't think that Deer was expecting that many Hydras to come out that fast, so he definitely got owned right there. And the Hydra that got lifted up, I don't think even died. It got a low health, but it didn't die, so that's pretty good. Oh, intercepted, and another Phoenix does go down, but they do scout the 4th base. So Jaedong, I mean, Deer doing all the right things at the start of the game, but Jaedong is just like, you know what, I got a 3rd base, I'm going to macro up like an absolute beast, and I'm just going to build a whole lot of units that you do not like, and there's nothing you can do about it. And look at all these Hydras coming up. He's got Ling speed as well. Level 1 armor, he's already got level 1 weapons finished, of course, and the Hydralisk range, Hydralisk movement speed on the way, so everything is being done as it should be done. And the Phoenix for now, I mean, with such a massive Hydra presence on the map, they could probably still go in and snipe some more workers, but look at all the Hydras, man. 17 Hydras on the map. Deer does have 1 Colossus, he's building another one, which is exactly what he should be doing. But does he have the actual units to sort of back it? He's got 9 Zealots, 4 Stalkers. It's a good start. It's a very good start. Zealots, I mean, the more Zealots he can get, the better. Stalkers, I mean, once Zealots have speed, they can definitely hold back the Hydras for a very, very long time. Not quite getting that Phoenix, but Jaedong's going for a 5th base. He is so confident in this game, although once the Colossus come out, I'm not really sure. He's getting a Spire, so he's going to have Corruptors, which is great. But we're going to have to see how this first attack comes out. Let's highlight this Zealot right here. And this army is just going in there, and Jaedong is falling back. He does not want to send his Hydras into that meat grinder right there. He's waiting for the Corruptor army. How many Corruptors are you going to build? My guess is going to be a ton. Just Mutas at the moment, actually. He doesn't see that there's too many Stalkers on the map. Hydra's coming in. There is a bunch of Stalkers to defend, but not a lot. Eventually, these guys are getting worn down, though. The main army coming in here. Not really much to hold this back. The workers are going to try and get out of there, just hide over in the corner. And there we go. Deer taking the first base down. And Jaedong not really able to take this base down with his Hydra force, so it's turning around again. Deer is looking very, very good in this battle. In the Hydra-only force is, he actually warped his forces back there. He didn't want to lose them too much, so he did warp them back. And there we go, the Hydra forces, the Muta forces coming out across the map. And we're going to have to see what they can do. We already know that Deer has a few Phoenixes. Actually, he's only got 1 now, but he is building another one. Building another Stargate as well, so I think he knows about the Mutas. And, oh man, I don't think they're going to be able to take that Twilight Council out, but that would have been nice. It is getting, what is it getting? Blink at the moment, and that would definitely be bad if Blink managed to get up. So, Jaedong going for mass Mutas. He's got level 1 weapons for that. No air armor, of course. He hasn't had enough time to do that. But here he goes, moving in. No, he just not able to snipe that Colossus. That was close, but so many Stalkers. Deer has just got a ton of Stalkers out there. And that Overseer just absolutely crapped itself when it started getting shot, man. I don't think Jaedong even told it to put down a changeling. It just did it by itself. It just said, oh shit, I'm being shot, and just literally crapped itself. So there you go. And the Muta Force coming out, I am not sure about this. I would have liked to see maybe a Corruptor Force coming out. They got a longer range. They can do a better job of hitting the Colossus. But, because, yeah, Stalkers are good versus Corruptors. They're even better versus Mutas, in my opinion, because Mutas have lower health. And so, yeah. And, of course, there's already Phoenix on the map. And Phoenix are horrible versus Corruptors, but good versus Mutas. So, the decision to go for Mutas, not sure I understand that by Jaedong, because I think it is going to bite him in the ass right here. Look at the Mutas being tracked down by the Phoenix. They're going to turn around, but trying to fight a Phoenix army with Mutas, never a good idea. I mean, Dia, he's not doing the best job of actually turning around when he needs to, and he did lose 2 or 3 Phoenix there. Oh, what do we got? A massive army there. The Ling's going through, doing a ton of damage. You got some Muta, the Hydras backing it up, and Dia will eventually be able to push this assault away, but for now he is going to take some damage. He's going to lose some buildings. Meanwhile, I've got another attack over here. The main base coming out. He is just going for hatcheries. He's going for this one. Maybe having to take this one as well. There's not really many defenses here, and I think the Deer is definitely in a good position right now. He's sending everything in there, but this Mutas, man, eventually they are going to get screwed over. You just need a bunch of Phoenix, and they can really take them out over a long enough time. Deer is going to lose a lot here, but I think that Jaedong is going to lose even more here. I don't see him having any way of really dealing with this army. There's too many Stalkers, and everything else on the ground is going to get owned. So we're going to see a bit of an exchange right here. But long term, I just don't know. I just don't know what Jaedong can possibly do to win this battle. There we go. The Spore Crawl actually doing a lot of damage. Workers really going down. The Workers going down for both players. What is this? 49 under 28. Jaedong going down a lot faster. Here we go. A bunch of Stalkers actually going in. I think they actually did a mothership called Walk Back to a Nexus and managed to chase away all the Mutas. The rest of the army going down. Dia has fortified his own base. Lost 1 Nexus and a couple of tech buildings, but this army over here is doing a great job, and now is actually Jaedong's possibility, because there's almost no protection for these Colossus. He takes down these 3 Colossus. He is in a much better position. He's going to go for these guys first, but he has to get the Colossus out ASAP. He has to take them out, because if he doesn't take them out, I mean, usually they're far too well protected for him to take out, but now it's going to be an easy kill. And there we go. 1 Colossus goes down. The other ones are going to go down ASAP. And Jaedong is in a bad position, but Deer isn't in a great position. So he's sort of. Deer is in a better position right now, but those 3 Colossus being lost, we'll have to see if he can finish it off with his Stalkers. The question is, can Jaedong now tech switch into something that is good against Stalkers? He needs to do that. He needs to pump out a ton of Hydras or a ton of Lings, most likely a ton of Hydras. I mean, Mutas are crap at the moment. Mutas are useless. You're not going to build Mutas anymore because there's so many Stalkers on the map. And look at this, Archon's coming out as well. So you need the Hydras. You need to get a massive amount of Hydras right now. He's lost his Hydralisk Den. That's not good. So the Mutas just all over the place, and Deer just sending out stuff everywhere. There's only 2 mighty bases for Jaedong, and this one is about to go down. So Jaedong soon to be absolutely, completely starved right here. He's got enough for 1 more hatchery. He's going to have to build it somewhere, and I don't think the Deer is going to let him have it. Oh no, he's actually got another base over there. I forgot about this base, but there we go. This base is still good to go, but it's so close to the Protoss right now. So close, and he does not actually know about that base. He's got no idea it's there. So that's interesting. That's really interesting. Here we come. The Mutas coming in, looking for some tech. Twilight Council. I'm not sure if this is actually going to stop anything from being built, but he is going to take it out. No upgrades being done on there anyway. Building more Mutas at this point, I think, is just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. He needs to pump out the Hydras. Maybe not the Lings, but the Hydras are going to be so good for him right now. Dia has no more Colossus. He is building High Templar though, but that's good against Mutas and Hydras, so he's screwed no matter what. Tried to make this base, it did get cancelled. He's going to be building it again. A massive army coming out. It's all Archons and Stalkers, and maybe like 1 or 2 sentries mixed in. This is the worst army, the absolute worst army to be throwing Mutalisks against. This is going to destroy Mutas in 2 seconds flat. It is a horrible, horrible idea. And he's even left behind Stalkers to deal with these guys. And with the Nexus Overcharge, it's just too hot to go in there. This base is going to get down. I think this is it. I think Deer has taken it right here. I think Jaedong, for all his all his macro and all he's trying to do is just sticking with the mutas for way too long against this army from Deer. If he knew that Archons were being built right now, he would be dropping mutas like you would not believe, because this is just suicide right now. Sending mutas into this sort of army is just suicide. It really, really is. And it's not like he's got an overwhelming amount of macro or anything like that where he can just build so many mutas it doesn't matter. He can't. I mean, he's trying. He's trying his best. Is he going to make a fool out of me right here? Is he going to actually destroy these forces? I don't know. I mean, maybe he will manage it. Maybe, but I still feel like Hydras would do so much better against these guys. That's just my opinion anyway. And they cost half the gas. You can make twice as much of them if you're getting enough minerals, which Jaedong actually isn't, but yeah. Oh, that Overseer. Boom. Just got destroyed. And Jaedong's hanging on by a thread right here. He doesn't... I mean, just harassing these guys, just sort of dinking it around with them for a while, is not the way to go. He needs to wipe some shit out. He needs to wipe some forces out. Look at all these stalkers. The mutas can't get in. Deer has got this well under control right here. Now he's taken out the hive. He's taken out all the tech buildings here. Jaedong's building a spire for like the 5th time this game. Oh man. These guys coming in, taking out whatever they can. I mean, the army's already out there. Deer already has the army that he's going to win with. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He is going to win with this army unless Jaedong just does the most amazing muta micro I have ever seen, but it's not going to happen. He's got enough to build another hatchery, but there we go. He's actually leaving most of his guys over here. He's going to think about building something there. Oh, look at those guys down there. The mutas going around, the Archons going around, they're spreading out, trying to find as many buildings as they can. They know once all the buildings are destroyed that Jaedong is going to get kicked out of the game. He's building another base over there. That's all the minerals he has. If he loses, I mean, even if he cancels this one, I don't think he's going to have enough to rebuild it. It's just not enough. Muta's trying to come in there again. Jaedong is getting so desperate at this point. But this base is virtually indestructible as far as Mutalists are concerned. So that base is never going to go down. And this base, I don't see how Jaedong could possibly save it. It's going to go down, and he's screwed. He's completely and utterly screwed. He's trying to go as long as he can, but he is screwed right here. There's no way he's going to win. So it's just, I mean, it's just down to him bringing out the GG. He's going to try a last-ditched effort, but there we go. Gives the GG, cancels the base, and done. Deer with a very, very nice victory. And all I can say is, Jaedong, why did you keep going with the mutas once you saw there were so many stalkers? He just, it was just the wrong plan. I mean, I didn't agree with mutas from the start. When I saw the Colossus, I didn't agree with the mutas. I just didn't. I thought a core army, Lings, Hydras, Corruptors. Get some roaches out a bit later if you feel like you need to buff your front line. But go the Hydra Corruptor route. I mean, just go for it. Just do it. And maybe mix in some mutas as well if Deer starts going Void Rays or Tempest or anything like that. Just go for mutas at that point. Because that's not a bad idea. Throwing some mutas against Void Rays, that's a pretty good idea. But when you see that, I mean, mutas maybe would have worked against Colossus. Maybe. So yeah, okay, I'll give him that. But as soon as the Colossus went down and all that was left was Stalkers, he kept building mutas. And I think that was a bad idea. I think that was a terrible mistake on Jaedong's part. And look at this. The Stalkers carried him all the way to the end. All the way to the end of the game. And he just fed in Archons as well. And Jaedong was just like... It just compounded Jaedong's mistake when Archons started coming out on the base. So that's it. He didn't tech switch when he should have. And he lost the game. So great job there from Mr. Deer. And... yeah, Jaedong, I thought he had a decent chance of that game, but he just made the wrong decision. So done. Thank you very much for watching this game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another one. This has been Hairy Muppet.